Well, let's take a look at what you've been saying now about the top stories and other trending issues. And Jeffrey joins me to walk through that all-important conversation. Jeffrey.
Absolutely. One of the stories that caught my attention that you were reading was that community that came together and said, look,
enough is enough.
We stay, we die, we go, we die. It's the level of bravery of those people, and we must commend them. Yeah. It's not something they should do ordinarily. They should not have business with this unlawful element, this mischievous, evil element trying to cut their lives short and cut off their livelihoods. But they have to take their own destiny in their hands to make sure that, look, whatever happens, we're in this together, and these guys cannot come and take us down while we just sit idly by. So we must commend that community, but it's a big risk. So everybody has to be cautious when it comes to these things. So, but it's just to point out to the fact that government needs to do more.
Step up.
Do more so that citizens don't have to begin to do these things for themselves, which is why some people in the National Assembly were advocating for citizens to not have guns and all of that. Perhaps for those kind of places,
they might need
that may be a good reason for them to carry guns, because they took the responsibility of government on themselves, and they delivered. But let's find out what else you're saying. The very first has to do with 4 Nigerians jailed for issuing over 2,000 fake marriage certificates in the UK. So people are desperate to stay in the UK. People are desperate to live in some of these European countries, but UK is in focus. And these guys have their way, but the law has caught up with them. And this is what you're saying. Felix O says 2,000 forged marriage documents within almost 4 years, average of 500 per year and more than 1 per day. Gosh. Commendations to the investigators. So what happens to those marriages now?
That's the question, Jeffrey. that is a question. But O Square has this to say: the damage these guys cause many of us in this country is unexplainable. The activities of these guys affect many of us trying our best to be law-abiding in the UK. I should just put this clearly on record. We have millions of Nigerians doing great things. And we talk about in the health sector. The NHS is very grateful to a lot of Nigerian medical workers who are there doing the real work, and very best of them. So just 4 people who are involved in this shady act should not and cannot taint the good image of thousands and even millions of Nigerians across the world who are doing some great work. So we say kudos to those Nigerians doing great work. And this is a criminal issue. Let it be dealt with, same as we have other nationals being arrested, even citizens there. So I think that can just...
Absolutely. Well said. Mama Z says the punishment fits the crime. The audacity to forge 2,000 marriage certificates. They did the crime. Let them enjoy the time behind bars. So all the collaborators, the citizens of the United Kingdom citizens who are collaborating with them to do this, they also need to go to jail.
You see Edna and Abdullahi saying some Nigerians were brought to commit heinous crimes to their host country, but they're the ones who always criticize and curse their own country of birth. Again, I see where this is coming from. But the question now is that what's the difference between those people and the corrupt political leaders? I think that's the point this user is trying to make ultimately.
Absolutely. So what we're saying, if you have the guts to do the crime, be ready to do the time. It's as simple as that. Okay, so let's get to the next one. The EFCC chairman is proposing and asking the National Assembly to more like institutionalize whistleblowing, if you will, to support the whistleblower policy of the government. And make it even stronger than it is, because there are policies in that direction. I think it was quite popular during the time of President Muhammadu Buhari, where some people even had to make some money at that time. But concerns are always after when you blow the whistle, what happens to you? Because of the climate we live in and the leakages we see, even from the presidency, we see leakages, not to talk of our law enforcement. Somebody had escaped from the custody of the NSA. So all of this gives people concern as to safety and safety after they've blown that whistle. So it's a big risk. So perhaps that's why the EFCC says institutionalize it. All right. Nairoscope says proposing like this, or propositions, I guess, like this is not expected to be suggested to the National Assembly. They were supposed to evoke it and mute it for consideration. The country needs the Constitution to entangle the more democratic laws that will favor the democratic system the people practice.
There you have it. And Owana Omoywan talks about the point you raised, which is safety. Safety is big here. And this user says safety of whistleblowers in Nigeria isn't guaranteed. That's why we're having fewer whistleblowers. This user says people want to live longer. So I think there are creative and innovative ways to go about this. I mean, there's a blockchain technology, for example. You can employ that. In fact, you have, maybe we pay for consultancy. We'll talk about these things, but there are creative ways to ensure that the identity of the whistleblower is protected while doing that all-important activity.
All right, Vera, that worry girl, says, as much as this is a good thing, then the safety of the whistleblower wasn't guaranteed.
So yet again, we're echoing that point. But while all of that is going on, we'll see how this policy and institutionalization plays out. But something beautiful happened yesterday. Well, lots of things, by the way. And this one caught Nigerians by surprise because they probably didn't follow it.
I was even surprised. I didn't even know about it.
And I'm sure you're wondering what we're talking about. But let's tell you about the 27-year-old Samson Ajao from Osogbo, a Nigerian, obviously, who has performed the world's longest marathon reading aloud, clocking it at 215 hours, and that's just 1 hour short of, get this, 9 full days. And there you see Samson Ajao right there. Jeffrey.
Amazing.
I mean, this is a job we do, right?
We read. Our job is basically reading, researching, so observing, reading.
9 days.
Doing this just an hour short of 9 days. This is incredible. I know some other guys have made this attempt, but this guy just said, look, just chill.
Smash this.
I don't know what it is that Nigerians have not broken in terms of record. This is Guinness Book of World Records.
Right.
I'm sure whenever they see Nigerians, they say, oh no, here they come again.
I'm sure the goal, if they still have the book in volumes,
yes.
I'm sure the goal is to have Nigeria on every page of that book.
Here they come again.
Way to go, Samson Ajao. Proud of you. Great work you're doing.
Congratulations as well.
We look forward to Nigerians replicating this across different sectors of the economy and stuff. But first user Abiola of Lagos says, congratulations, Samson. That wasn't an easy feat. You can say that again.
It just evokes that, for me, it also evokes the, look, we have to read as a people.
Yeah.
Just go beyond the headlines. Fidel Bade says, I'm so stunned. My God, I know we're blessed people, but this one shocked me.
And just to reiterate that point you made, Olashukbo says this is a great feat in fostering literacy in society. Congratulations to the impeccable Nigerian, this user says.
All right, Chess Lord says, Guinness World Record, Nigerians are coming every ton record you have.
I like that.
Everything you have in the books. In fact, the ones you've not even imagined, we're going to create it. So wherever Hilda Bassi exploded, and since then, we've been breaking records for the record. So that gave us a bit of more PR to say. And Nigerians are saying, so we can do this. Yeah. So don't worry. This guy has done almost 9 days. I will not be surprised. Somebody will take it on from tomorrow and say, I'll do 2 weeks.
There you go. And it's just a no-brainer. We have so much potential. All you just need to have is just enabling environment. So this is what we'll do. Keep your messages, comments coming in, hashtag CTV Morning Brief or on WhatsApp. We'll take a moment now. We'll talk about that very important conversation concerns food security. Some data was released yesterday. That's a WhatsApp number. And I've got a lot of people concerned. Acute food shortage in Nigeria, where you have vast arable land, you have huge population. I mean, what do you need that you don't have in a country? So we'll get to the heart of this and ensure, hopefully, we don't have a major crisis at our hands. So that's the moment. Stay with us.